just a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Arizona Cardinals. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
What's up? 19, 52. 6-man. 24.
On first down, it's Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 53 yards.
First down, Houston.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
They'll run with Drake. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now Drake. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Running, it's Drake. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run.
And, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Here we go, here we go. Check 3, check 3.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards, a first down. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's going to be a long day. Hayward. 41 Mike. 41.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Throw left side completes Isabella. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. And it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Finish that. 19. Hey, keep it up.
Watson on 3rd down. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a first down. On first down, Drake. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
27, 19, 37, 26. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Ringo. Seriously, Ringo.
Hey, we're going 37's to Mike. Mike 37.
29, go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 33.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now a handoff for Drake. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here we go.
56. Mike, 56.
Check. Mike's 56.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. You never want to give up a sack. And from the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check. Watch the ship.
On 2nd and 9, Murray, he's going to float this over the... That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
In your face.
Now Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again is Watson. Flushed out right. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Let's go right here now. Check your hot read. I got him. Back's mine. I got him. 24.
Again, it's Watson. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want a way to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run. Mark 55. Mark 55. Here we go. Anxious.
On 2nd down, here's Murray.
Tighten up.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
41's the mic. Check 41. All right. Hurry. Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, let's get this. Jim.
Murray with a 3rd and long. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A final shot before the break. Watson throwing middle, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll run it with Johnson. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 38-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a give right side. Foreman, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one, 45 yards. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 21-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Man out. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Mike, ball, trot. Mike, 36.
Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And the pressure gets to him again.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The kick by Sanders is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there. Undercrush.
They run the counter. Foreman. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
At the 40-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
He's checking Crab. Quick the edge. Go.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray.
Check three.
He's going to rifle one deep left. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A huge play there for Arizona. 43 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Murray. Buying time to his, and he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Robert Kimdichie able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
3rd and 7.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2.
I got
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Come on, D. 25.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
Go.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Forced out to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, in my time in football, I've yet to see a playbook that draws up offensive plays designed to lose yardage. A running play loses yardage on 1st down. They try and throw it, take a sack on 2nd down. What can the offensive coordinator come up with here on 3rd down?
Kill. Hey, switch gears.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Zane Gonzalez for the Cardinal field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Set. 19. Here's Mike. 54. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. 58 to Mike.
Throwing again. Watson. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Hassan Reddick gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
SOS. Slam.
3rd and long, it's Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 32 on the play. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
First down, Houston.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson rolling to his right. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So now then, the penalty's got them set up with a first and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Kenyon Drake. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. And he's going to profess that he was happy to get points. But we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it third down. He can run for it, and he will. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now this time Murray to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
That'll be taken in the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now it's Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Cardinals on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Don't let him breathe, defense. Shit. Yo. Check 26. That's it. Mike, 55.
From the gun on third down, Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Watson now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41.
Keep doing that.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Pick up the ball. Switch.
The first down carry here for Johnson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
41's coming. 41's a Mike. We own them. Right here, 41 Mike. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the safety creep. Check 15.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Watch the screen. 41's the Mike. 41's the Mike. They gonna need some therapy after this. Check 99. Check 99.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings